the reason I'm doing these videos, talking about my life, is so that the world could possibly understand why I am the way I am and why I do what I do. Um, I wanted to do a video about um, some of the relationships I've had and the chaos that I pretty much grew up in. So, both my parents were musicians. They had their day jobs, of course. My mom practices law. That's like her big passion, her main thing. But but she was a musician by night, and she sang, played guitar, and that's how my parents met. So I grew up in a kind of a toxic environment with my parents. My mom would leave every night and she would go out drinking. My dad obviously was a big drunk, and uh, my parents, believe it or not, never drank in front of me or did any of these things in front of me. They tried to suppress me from ever having to see them like that. But but I knew my mom would come home drunk early in the morning, passing out, and so I kind of knew, But the things that happened when my mom was not watching me, um, I can't even speak of. Growing up with my sisters who practically raised me, they were teenagers who were expected to take care of me. And my mom kind of put all that burden on my sisters, who had to grow up really fast and pretty much take care of me, like I said. And there's been animosity between my sisters and my mom because of that expectation that was required when they weren't even fully grown yet. My sister Raven was 8 years old when she first started taking care of me, and she changed my diaper. She clothed me. She bathed me. She took care of me, and it has made my sister become a very good mother. She's now a happily married woman, has 5 children, very stable in a with a loving man who I don't personally get along with, but that's a whole nother topic. But my sister raised me. She was my comforter, the one that I turned to when my mom wasn't there or my dad wouldn't pick up the phone. And so I was raised by teenagers. And I can't blame them. I can't blame my parents. I can't really blame anything but the fact that I never had a solid relationship, a parental figure in my life that taught me right from wrong, who showed me how to do things. So I kind of just did my own thing. And which I mean is great and all, but I feel like the world needs to understand that, or at least I hope the world will understand that I just kind of had to learn from people who didn't know any better themselves, and so we kind of just had to learn together. And my sisters did all that they could for me, but I was also a wild child. Um, I rebelled against everything and everyone. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and anything or anyone that got in my way, I just did it. And my parents were so consumed in their own life that they didn't really know how to help me. And yeah, my mom still to this day is really close with me. She has her own struggles and she's been in active recovery. My mom hasn't been with a man, hasn't drank, hasn't done anything for over 20 years. And she's really big into her religion, which I support my mom in her recovery. And ever since my father passed away and my mom has not been the same, she tries to stay with God and not let the world bring out the poison that, she had when I was growing up. But I just wanted to bring that up, is that I didn't grow up in a loving environment being taught things that I wish I had been taught. And that is why I am the way I am.